Hello and welcome. This is an orientation session for the Human Resource Information System, and that is currently being demonstrated and set up for Serene Engineering Services. So the domain is live. All you have to do is to sign in and start working on it. So what is this? This is actually known as Google Captcha. It protects the database and the digital repository against the cyber attacks. For the end user, it might look a bit troublesome, but for safeguarding the digital repository, it is absolutely essential. So just bear with it. And after validating it, hit verify and use the credentials that are being provided to you by the administrator. And we'll be giving the administrator control panel to the head of the HR as well, being the owner of the system, while being the custodians, the IC team will also be having the controls, and the users can be blocked, inactivated, or they can be activated. The passwords can be changed. So this control will also be given to the head of the HR and anyone that is nominated to manage the system. So just use your credentials and hit sign in. So when you log into the system, currently, this is the home screen. This is a user. It welcomes you, and this is a quick search bar from where you can search an employee. So currently, by default, if you click on the active staff, currently you can see that I have created two profiles. These profiles are one for blue and one for white because it sets the Serene ID, auto ID of white collar staff and blue collar staff. So for the white collar, blue collar, the Serene engineering ID is starts from 40,000 one, and for white collar staff it starts from 5,001. So for the first profile, for the actual profile for 40001, all you need to do, you have to just edit this profile and start putting the actual data. So the thing is that these two profiles, the reason for creating these two profiles is that when you create new employee, it will ask you whether you want to create white collar or blue collar. So if you select white collar and click next, you see it auto assigns the ID. So this ID cannot be modified and it is an auto ID. And if you select blue collar, it will assign auto ID for 40002. When you see the details of the employee, this is a complete employee profile in which there are several sections: personal information, job related details, job status, contact information, account details, health insurance, HR documents. This is very essential because all of the documents that are currently in the personal file of the employee, you'll just scan them all and you'll just add it here and you'll just keep uploading it. So this is what HR of head office has been doing, and they have complete record for each and every employee. They have two sets of record. One is manual hard copies. They maintain it in the employee file in the form of hard copies, and the other one, that is a digital repository, and they scan all of the documents and they just upload it here in the HR document section. Then we have validated family members, because we are giving subloads to and ECTs to the employees. So if you add family members here, the HRIS will help you validate the family members. When will they request the subload, there is a subload module of this HRIS that will let the HR team of SES verify whether the family member is validated or not. So if you put information here, it will help you out. If you won't, it will not help you out, right? And then this is promotion history. You'll have to add the promotion history, and you can add the salary. And this is the salary history. Like with effect from it was 25, then or from this date it was 50 and 70, whatever, right? So this is the employee file, and this is the button. For this button, what you can do, you can select back or forth, right? You can just switch to the next profile and it. And this is an edit button. You can edit the profile from here. There are many ways to edit the profile. One through the details of profile, one through here, and there are several ways to edit the profile. Okay, in order to upload the picture, initially you won't have the picture, but here in the profile section you can either upload or delete the picture of the employee, right? So I'm just quickly running you through to get acquainted with the system, the basics of the system. Okay, on the top there are some controls that are very essential for the super administrator. What actually these are, let's see. Users control, view edit users. From there you can see that your password is encrypted. You can edit your password, and when you're about to give a password you can give it 123 or whatever. But software, the good thing is that software saves these password in form of encrypted text. So whatever password you set, there's no way for me or Mr. Mark or IT personnel to know what password you have set, because for each and every record after signing in, the user will be performing, there's a complete log maintained for non-repudiation purposes, so that the person cannot say that I didn't perform this action. So you delete a file, you edit a record, you do whatever in the HRIS, all of your actions are being recorded in the history, right? Access control, what is this? All users access. These are all active users, and if I block a user, the user will not be able to log in again, right? And unblock user, you can block unblock a blocked user. Cities are the all of the stations where HRIS profile, like where your employees operate. So the cities which are not related to you, you just let me know, I'll just delete. Okay, departments, this is very essential. You have to create all of the departments. Like currently there are 26 departments that are related to senior. So add more departments, create new department, and select the HOD. So this is very important. You have to define department. But the first step you have to do is you have to create designations. This is very essential. So currently, if you see, there are about 320 designations created in the HRIS. So whichever designation, like engineers, I don't know which kind of aircraft engineers, whatever, you have to create them in this HRIS, right? And while create, this should be your step number one. First you have to create the designations, then you have to enter the create the employees. So first thing is that all of the designations that are currently applicable in civil engineering, they must be created in this, right? So creating the designation is very simple. Just click here, create new designation, define this designation, and assign the department, because each designation pertains to a proper to a specific department. And then there is a payroll section in which you can input the different kind of information like current salary of the employee, and if you change it and hit save, it will immediately say, and the account details of the person. So basic salary, this is the basic, this is not the net salary, this is the basic salary. You can input the basic salary and the account details and just hit save, right? Gross salaries, we also call it gross salary. Okay, so in payroll, fixed allowances and deductions. For each employee, there are several allowances. So if the allowances applicable in civil engineering are not listed here, just let me know. I'll just configure those ones, and you'll be able to. This is an add button. If you click it, there's a whole lot of a list of allowances. You just have to input the allowances applicable to this person and hit save, and it will just save the allowances. Okay, confirmation letters, what does it do? Whoever you assign, the new incumbents, when they join, this feature helps you to keep a track of all of the confirmations being issued to the person. So if it is issued to this Mr. Z, just click here and the confirmation, it will show you a green tick mark, right? The same way health insurance has been tracked. Has this person been availing the health insurance? And If yes, click it and it will turn green. So search employee ID, CNIC, name, gender. Okay, the name, this works like a Google search bar. So if you hit Z, it will only show you all of the matches with the Z, and it works like a Google search index. Okay, department and services span, whatever, this is for it. Okay, quick edit is you can say is a bird's eye view to a specific report, and you can edit it instantly. For example, supervisors, let's say Mr. X is reporting to accounts officer, but now its supervisor is changed. So all I need to do just to change the supervisor and just hit save. So rather than opening the profile of each and every person again and again, you just need to just come here and change the supervisors. Same way, training engineering ID shifting. What happens is that in Serene in Air, they are cabin crew trainees. When they are trained, they pass through the training and they are regularized. Their Serene IDs are changed. Similarly, there's EOBI numbers. When you hit it, you can input EOBI numbers of all staff and emergency contacts the same way. Then we have a comprehensive address book. Now, let's talk about the data. How will you input all the data of all staff? So rather than you input all profiles, let's say there are over 200 plus, if you start inputting it, it will take a tremendous amount of time. So I have sorted out a shortcut, and that is I'm going to send you a template. This template comprises of more than 30 columns of the database of the employees, but due to the confidentiality factor, as I don't want to play with the confidential data, so all you need to do is you just have to input the data in 6 columns. Serene engineering ID, employee's name, designation ID, that is the employee's designation ID of the database, and reports to ID, that is also a designation of the boss of this employee. So these are both actually designation IDs that you're going to take from when you hit view edit designations. You'll see against each designation there will be an ID, and you have to copy that ID here and here for the boss, and job type, that is white collar or blue collar, and active or ex-employee status. None of these informations is confidential. You just input it and send it back to me. So what will happen is that once I input this list into the database, after that, all you have to do is to hit active staff, and you'll see the full-fledged employees list profiles in your HRIS. And after that, one by one, you will assign someone from your team that will go and one by one hit edit and start inputting the confidential information pertaining to each employee and just completing this database. So in details, go upload the picture as well, then HR documents. You can do it like you can take whatever time is needed. But initially, we need the profiles to be set in so that we can connect it to the inventory management system, and so that the ICT assets of Serene Engineering are also transparent and they can be accounted for. Once the HRIS is being set up, then we'll be providing you the employee service portal. This portal will help the employees to sign in, and they'll be able to see their sublo count. They can see their salary stubs. Currently, the salary slip might have been manually emailed to them. That is, spade work. Seriously waste a lot of time. So through the ESS, you can just import all of the salary slips, and the employees can see it. And taxation rate, tax certificates, and other functionality, especially the inventory, all of the ICT assets that are being assigned to the employees will also be visible to each employee, and they'll be able to accept or reject it through the ESS portal. So ESS portal, for ESS portal, HRIS is the prerequisite. it is not possible to populate ESS without the HRIS. And so that's why HRIS is the prerequisite. Then we'll move on to ESS. And you're most welcome for any questions. And thank you very much.